Attention.
All right. Do you have anything up in this corner? Because here's the problem. Presenters the camera can't do anything about wherever this is. It's kind of stuck. So you might want to know where you are. So at least you can look at the screen and see your face. That's not a bad thing. People will just want to get off the Put a mask on. Put a mask on. Would you prefer it there or there?
It could be there.
To understand where you're standing. Where your limits are.
Sounds good.
You are ready. You may begin.
Good morning. We are Australia Chemical. Today, we'll be presenting our taurine production facility to you investors. Going over the agenda of what we'll be presenting today, we're going to talk a little bit about us and who we are as a company. We'll be moving on to the production process of how we get taurine. After that, Kim will take over with the marketing approach. John will speak on the financial overview. We'll finish with the conclusion and recommendations, and then questions for the end. Our mission as a company was to create a production facility that produces taurine at 5,000 tons per year. This was to be a sustainable production. Our mantra can be seen below. What we do as a company is we create we create production that is profitable and design that yields high products, while maintaining environmentally friendly production. Our team was comprised of 7 individuals. They can be seen here above or to the right of me. Below are their names and their roles. Together we work to produce the taurine production facility, and the location of our facility is in San Antonio, Texas. The lot acreage of our plot is 43.73 acres, which we'll be purchasing for $4.5 million. The zone is an MI-1 zone or light manufacturing. See to the right can be the location of our plot, and on the right is the design of our facility layout. I will begin with a brief overview of the production process and then some key points towards the end. Our production process begins with ethylene oxide and sodium bisulfite. These two react to form sodium isothiocyanate. That forms at 98% conversion of ethylene oxide. Once the sodium isothiocyanate has been produced, it is moved to a separate reactor where it reacts with ammonia. The ammonia and the sodium isothiocyanate produce sodium taurinate. That happens at 69% conversion of the sodium isothiocyanate. This is because there are 2 separate byproducts that form contingently to the sodium isothiocyanate. Once the sodium taurinate is formed, it is moved to a separate continuous reactor where it reacts with sulfur dioxide and water. This forms taurine and the byproduct sodium bisulfite, which, if you can remember, is a reactant in the first stage. After it has been formed, it's moved into a crystallizer where it is able to crystallize and form crystalline taurine That is then filtered out in a rotary drum filter. We yield 95% crystallized taurine from the aqueous solution of taurine. Some important facility details. We do have a mother liquor stream that is coming from the extraction of taurine. So the rotary drums take out the crystallized taurine. The solution of that is recycled back to the beginning stage. The reason we do this is because the mother liquor has such high amounts of sodium bisulfite, we can save on reactants by recycling the stream. With the mother liquor stream, we're extracting unwanted salts, the other portion of what was reacted earlier. If we don't extract these salts, it continues to form and build and snowballs throughout the plant. We're also going to be extracting sodium sulfite, which is a byproduct from the purge stream that occurs at a later production line. Now, the sodium sulfite will be sold as a byproduct for profit. Lastly, the purge stream is not all going to waste. The purge stream will be recycled within the production line itself. Here's Kim with the marketing approach for our facility.
All right, good morning, everybody. So the taurine global market is currently as of 2020 was valued at $264 million with a compound annual growth rate of 6.3. It's expected to grow to $433 million by 2028. The U.S. market is also similar CAGR at 6%. Currently, the annual demand for taurine in the U.S. region is 50,000 tons. Our production will be doing 5,000 tons, which is roughly 10% of the U.S. regional demand. As far as our product details, we will be packaging our taurine in 25 kg bags. We will be producing roughly 200,000 bags annually, priced at $15 per kg. Sodium sulfate is taurine mentioned is a processed byproduct. So we will be selling that in a similar packaging as taurine at $10 per kg. At the top right there, you can see the estimated annual sales of both of these products. These are factored in with our bulk discounts, which we will be offering 5% bulk discounts on a 1,000 kg order, as well as 10% discounts on bulk orders over 5,000 kgs. So that brings us to an annual total of $87.7 million. We will also be offering loyalty programs for longtime clients to offer additional incentives, discounts, and payment terms. And then coupons for first-time buyers for our pricing strategy. As far as our target customers, we are going to be looking into the beverage segment as well as into the pet food segment. We have 6 target clients that we've identified. These are all located in Georgia, California, or Texas. The nearest client is Red Bull for the beverage segment. It's within 22 miles of our plant, so very convenient. Furthest client is Monster Beverage, located in California at 1,300 miles away. As far as the pet food segment, we've identified 7 target clients. These are all located in Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee, with the nearest company 500 miles away from our plant and the furthest 1,200 miles away. So as far as our marketing strategies, we will be looking at first having an engaging website. This is somewhere where potential customers and current customers can get up-to-date product and inventory information. They can also have place orders and inquiries on that website. We will be doing direct client marketing, that's cold calling, reaching out to businesses. Clients can also call in to 1-800-ASTERIA for information and product services. We will be doing trade journal advertisements in our the top chemical and business journals. And then we'll be utilizing search engine optimization. That's to make sure that we rank the highest in terms of searches and drive more traffic to our website. We will have content and email marketing to target key customers and generate brand awareness. We can also promote products and any available discounts through this channel. as far as membership, we're gonna be looking into, joining the local chamber of commerce and other, trade shows that we can attend. And then on the top right is a breakdown of our marketing budget. Right now, we are allocating 2% of our annual sales towards our marketing. So that gives us, 1.7 million per year. And then this is just a breakdown of our, how we utilizing the money. And right below, we have broken up our regions into 3. We have East, Midwest, and West regions within the US that our marketing departments will be responsible for. These are some of the digital marketing that we, channels that we'll be using. We have a QR code that will be on all of our products, as well as any company, trucks, vans, etc. This is just a mock-up of our potential website. And then we will have pages on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and this is more for client interaction. As far as the 4 Ps, we are looking at product, price, place, and promotion. We are within these buckets. We really want to make sure we have a quality product, well-designed, simple packaging, and great service. As far as the pricing goes, we are looking at tier discounts, we're looking at incentives, loyalty programs, and payment terms for those longtime clients. For place, we are headquartered in San Antonio, but most of our communications will be through our digital channels as well as over telephone. And then as far as promotion, we're doing business-to-business marketing because we are a wholesale distributor, and digital and trade journal advertisement. As for the SWOT analysis, some of the strengths that we have is we are in a growing touring market. As you saw, the CAGR is expected to be 6.3 over the next few years. We have high production rates. We have a unique process that reduces waste and saves money on our operational costs by using that mother liquor. And we have a young, talented workforce. Some of the weaknesses is that we're new in the market. We do have a complex process. We have low brand recognition, and because of those high production rates, it's harder to control. As far as opportunities, there's increasing consumer spending within the 2 segments I mentioned, the beverage and pet food segments. So this can lead to increased demand. We also want to attract top players in the touring market. We want to potentially expand our sales territory into international markets, because currently we're just in the US region, and create stronger distribution network. Some of the threats is that we have well-established competitors. Grandbeard Ingredients is one of the biggest distributors in the US market. They do about 65,000 tons annually. So they're kind of similar range to us. We do have new competitors entering the market. You know who you are. Increasing raw material costs, shipment costs, unstable economy with high inflation. Our product pricing is below market average, and China is always a threat because of their infrastructure that allows for lower priced and high competitive pricing for taurine, and they are the leading producer in the global market. And I'm going to switch it over to John.
All right, so I'm the CFO for Australia Chemicals. I'll be going over our financials. So for our start of production, our required capital investment is around 212 million to 213 million, and to finance that, we're gonna do 50% bank loan as well as 50% investor equity. And for our 50% bank loans, we're gonna be based on an annual interest rate of around 6.5%, where we would be paying over a period of 20 years. And that would put us around 9.6 million payment per year. And for our 50% investor equity, it depends on our plant situation as well as the investors' agreements, whether they want us to buy back all their shares with a mutual agreed upon buyback price, or if our company's financial situation isn't looking so hot, then we'll pay them back by dividends. So here are our yearly annual costs for variable costs as well as fixed costs. This is all of our costs for 100% production, which we start in year 3. Some things to note is for our utilities, that's all the costs summed up for water, natural gas, electricity, as well as our heat exchangers, cooling and heating fluids. And for our maintenance and operations, specifically for our equipment, our material transport, and our instrumentations and controls. And for our taxes, we only have to pay property tax as well as gross receipt tax. So here you can see the investment indicators as well as the parameters we use to calculate a 20-year planning horizon for our company. Some things to note here, as Kim has mentioned before, is we did a 5% discount as well as a 10% discount for bulk orders at 1,000 kilograms and 5,000 kilograms. So we did this calculation based off of every year we would sell completely 100% of what we're producing, as well as 50% will always be regular orders, 25% will always be the 1,000 kilogram bulk orders, and then the other remaining 25% would be 5,000 kilogram bulk orders. And as you can see here, all of our indicators aren't looking so hot. Our net present value is in the high negative 157 million, as well as we never pay back anything within those 20 years, and our internal rate of return is also negative. So in conclusion, because of that, our company is a no-go. It is not worth the investment at all. This turns out that our profitability index is way less than 1. It's around 0.26, which means there's no value in this investment, as well as our IRR being way lower than our weighted average cost of capital. And so our company should not, investors should not invest in this company. So some recommendations.
Some recommendations involving the process, due to us being not so profitable. You could research into the chemicals of their physical and chemical properties to find better solutions to separate the side products that we talked about earlier that create a snowball effect. We could research into the byproducts from the liquor stream, the mother liquor stream. And then lastly, you could put more of a plant-wide automation onto the plant to require less workers in the facility. And financially, John?
All right, so looking at our financial, I found that for our building costs, it was around 180 mil, which is 85% of our total accounted for capital investment. So if we worked around that or somehow could pay for buildings way less, which I did an assumption, let's say 1/3 of that, our investment indicators would prove that we would be able to be profitable. And some other things we should look into is for our process, look into semi-batch systems, which would reduce the amount of equipment we need to buy, as well as the cost for that. And while looking into the salary labor, some people with salary, they have too many benefits, and which they already are getting paid very well, so it's not worth giving those benefits to them.
Thank you. Any questions?
Question from the audience. Yes. Do you remember how large the CEO's salary is?
$250,000, but he's overpaid, isn't
I think that's the first place to make a cut, yes. Other questions?